Hi dear listener, this is my first day doing my YouTube in my new studio. Yes, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Anyway, usually I'm down by the ocean as you know, but now I'm doing it in my studio for the YouTubes. Anyway, so a gift to you. So let's start with a cosmic hug. Left side to left side, your heart to my heart, your worth to my worth. Yes, both of those. Feeling that sense of invincibility, feeling your heart and your worth expanding exponentially. Very good. Good. Now send it out to the 8 billion. That's right. That's it. Good. Cool. Now come on back. Very good. Now, I'm here to say it. Just tell you another miracle. I know you're probably getting tired of listening to miracles, but I never get tired of listening to miracles. So I worked with someone yesterday who had taken my program about 3 or 4 months ago and then just stopped in the middle and didn't complete it. And he went through atrocious problems ever since. And then he finally reached out yesterday and we connected. And when he showed up, he was diagnosed by the psychologist as clinically depressed, and he definitely was depressed. Not that I got the credentials to put labels, I don't believe in labels. Anyway, and he could just hardly talk, and he had no energy, and he was like this, and he was a businessman, and an entrepreneur, actually. Anyway, what turned out was I started working with him, and one thing led to another. I was finding all of these pieces out, what was going on, how it happened, like all of those pieces. Just the way I just asked questions. And finally, I got enough information from him, and I started getting him to recognize and recall his light for when we did work together. And he started slowly doing that. And I'm telling you, when we started, it was like, yeah, okay, Don. Yeah, okay. It was that low a vibration, incredibly low vibration. And then what happened is I started doing more and more. And then I finally got it to the point that I could compare his ego-based programming and that of his divinity. Now, he certainly had a little ways to go on the divinity piece, but he was able to recognize the ego-based one very, very clearly. And it was a funny thing, even though he hadn't talked to me for 3 months. Here's the internal dialogue that he was sharing with me about his own internal dialogue with himself, being that of his ego. Don't call Don. You know, you got this. You know how to do this. You know how to take care of this. You don't need Don. And then the next day or the next week it would be, call Don. Just call Don and tell him you're good. You're fine. You don't need him. And then the other one was, it's just a phone call. It's just another business call. Like, just ignore it. Now that is the ego trying to hold on for dear life. Anyway, what happened was, finally got him, finally caught him, finally got him into his light, and there he was. He was in his light, and then I connected the wires, and there was something that was amazing. It was really amazing about it all. And what he said was this. He said, I was trying to find a reverse, something that would reverse everything automatically. And finally come up with something and said, you know, I would never, ever smoke. Ever. Awesome. Unpacked all that coding for that, and then I hit him with, well, what if you never went out of your light? Oh my goodness. It was the lights come on, and boom! He was just super in his light, blew the doors out of the ego energy. He made an unbelievable commitment to stay in that light. And he was in the middle of a major business transaction deal that was going sideways. And he called me back today. Now, keeping in mind it took 1 hour and 21 minutes to take him from clinically depressed to being in his divinity. Yes, he did my work before, but hey, going from clinically depressed to his divinity in 1 hour and 21 minutes is pretty astounding, to say the least. And so there he was. Now he's excited and he's full of life and he's got all these ideas and all of that. And away he goes. He's raring to go. And he's having this negotiations with these two partners that he had. And he had the big meeting the day before, and then he met me yesterday, and then he had the other one this morning, and he called me this afternoon. And you would not believe it was the same person that I saw yesterday morning. Just so full of just vibrant vigor and positiveness and absolute certainty. He had it all. Boom. He said, yeah, that's what I'm doing, this is how we're doing it, this is where we're going, this, that, and all of that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that absolutely amazing? Okay? That's what's possible for you. Yes, it's the more intense programs. That particular one is the on-demand. It's very few get that one, but that's the one that he's on. And but then there's the smaller groups and the couples and that. So anyway, there you have it. And you can reach out to me on transformwithdonn.com, Donn with 2 N's, for those programs. And that's the one he was in, and I will just share that one, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was all video, all on Zoom, we got it all. He even looked at it himself and was like, wow, I can't believe the difference. Can't. So there you have it. Isn't that amazing what's possible? I can only imagine what would have happened had he started onto the pills and the drugs to deal with the depression, the clinical depression. They'd been there for 5 years. Yeah, exactly. So, very exciting, this work of the light. And I encourage you to, to get on board and experience this, whether it's the Global Versity, I Am Divinity globalversity.com, where it's for the masses, or it's for these more elite, more one-on programs. So there you have it. Have yourself a magnificent day, and it's a pleasure. Bye for now.